Alright, so I was going to start today's vlog here at Burger King. I was going to get a breakfast combo and talk to you in the store while I was eating and get started, but it turns out they ran out of egg products, so I can't get anything other than pancakes or whatever they have that's non-egg. So I guess we're going to go elsewhere to eat breakfast / lunch, and this is what I go through all the time starting on this 12 noon shift is problems with getting something to eat before I start work. Yeah, I could eat at the house, but I don't know, it's sometimes just easier to get something out, but then I run into problems like this. So what a way to start. But anyway, we'll talk to you once we get down in the truck. Alright, well, we're in the truck and we're already pre-trip, checked lights. We had to fix one of the marker lights on the side of the trailer, and so that's good to go, at least for now. I think the plug was just loose. If not, then I'll need to do some wiring on it if it goes back out again. But anyway, we got a nice day to start it. It's sunny out, puffy white clouds, but we're supposed to get storms later because another front's moving in, so I'll talk to you more about the weather later. As you know, I'm a weather nut, so weather kind of makes this run a little more interesting. So we're supposed to get storms later today, and tomorrow's supposed to be kind of rainy and dreary, so come out today. All we have is 3 down to Fogelsville. Don't know what tomorrow's going to be, but like I said, the weather's going to be crappy, so I don't know if I'll bring the cameras back out unless we have some kind of interesting run to do. But figure with the changeable weather today, starting out with sunshine and maybe getting storms later, make for a more interesting video today. So anyway, we're going to get going here in a few minutes, and we will talk to you as we normally do en route. Alright, as you can see, we are starting off with a fairly nice day and a kind of a pretty sky with the clouds around, and it's probably what you would call mostly sunny. I don't know, there's partly sunny, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy. I'm not sure what defines which, but now normally we have a pretty easy time getting out of here, but looks like we hit a bit of a oh, there's a lot of traffic all of a sudden. And normally there isn't, but now let's see. We got 2 motorcycles going in. Okay, they're gonna catch me. Boy, all of a sudden, what is this? Oh, I hope he doesn't need the fuel. We got one of our drivers coming in here. Here he comes around the corner. Let's see. Now we got a couple of them coming. I can't go because there's cars coming from my... The one across from me is letting me go, which is nice, but I don't want to pull out in front of that big truck. Now I can go. Last thing you want to do is pull out in front of a big truck. We really don't want to pull out in front of anybody, but he was coming around the corner, so I figured I'd wait on him. But the guy across the way was flashing me to go. But Catch-22, there's a lot of traffic today for some reason. Thursday, there usually isn't a lot of traffic on Thursday, but there is a lot of traffic out here today. But anyway, we are going to the Red Barn location. That's where we're getting our 3 tonight. And like I said, taking them down to Fogelsville. So as far as the run goes, it's rather uneventful. Just a routine, but the weather may make things interesting again like it did in the last video. So we will see. It looks like the well owner is here again. He's pretty hands-on. He's here at least once a week. He was here last week when we filmed, and now I see he's here again today. Don't know what he's doing, preventative maintenance or something, but nobody here to interfere. We can back right up and get loaded. So our owner-operator is not out at the moment. I don't know if he's coming out later or if he's done with his day. He works various shifts. He doesn't have a set start time. He can start in the morning, he can start in the evening. He's kind of all over the place. Stone piles kind of have me a little messed up, but we'll get ourselves back on here the way we're supposed to. Just gonna fix the holes. Yep, perfect lineup. Perfect lineup. All right, we're here. Stop recording. Well, here these two are again. He's being noisy today. I don't know if he's gonna do it again. He just did it a minute ago. He's crowing like it's daybreak. Come on, you gonna speak? Let one rip. Come on, let's hear a cock-a-doodle-doo. Nope. Camera shy? Okay. You'll probably do it after I turn the camera off. So anyway, we're here loading. Like I said, the well owner's here. He's very proactive with keeping this thing running at top speed and keeping everything clean and all that good stuff. One of the better wells that we load at. So he's over talking to the actual landowner. So we're just gonna talk to you here real quick, and then we're gonna finish loading and get on our way. And oh, there's my friendly pussycat, I think, or it's a different one. Here, we'll check him out. Meow. What you doing? What? Come here. Oh, meow. What? Hey. Come here. Like I said. Oh, now he's gonna make some noise. Yeah, you're friendly. You're a friendly one. Huh? You're a friendly one. You are a friendly one. Oops. Oh, you're still a little skittish, but oh, now you're gonna come back. Come on, come on. Yeah, you like to keep your distance. You're just not 100% sure yet, are you? Huh? You're just not 100% sure yet. Oh, little girl. I think you're a little girl. I ain't sure, but you're a cutie and you're friendly. Oh, are you starting to purr now? You are starting to purr now. I don't know if we're in focus. I don't know if we want to focus or not, huh? Well, you're a friendly one. Yeah, you're a friendly one. Okay, well, we go inside and watch the meter so we know when to shut her off. All right, we got some kind of road construction going on here coming down the mountain. On the Lehigh County side, just climbed up over the top and coming down about halfway down the mountain here, and they got our lane closed off, and we gotta roll down the hammer lane of the northbound side. So I'm not sure what they're doing here. They're probably doing tree trimming, and where I really wish they'd do some tree trimming is where we come out of that well road and make our right turn on 309, because some of those trees, now that they got leaves on them, make it hard to see the traffic coming out. It makes it harder than it was in the winter months to get out of there safely, especially if you're going to make a left turn. Like when I go over to the airport now, the other day I took the high road across 248, and I had a hell of a time trying to see to my right if anything was coming down the hill. So that would be the place to trim some trees back, but I guess they're doing it over here somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Unless it's something totally different. Normally I come down this hill at a pretty decent pace because I know the hill and how it works, but don't know what's down here around the bend in this construction zone, so now we're going to take it a little easy. And now we're coming up on whatever it is that they're doing, because there's a pickup truck. And another pickup truck. Well, maybe, let's see, what is it? What are they doing? There's a dump truck there, and looks like a, I don't know what that is. Oh, I see what they're doing. They are cutting rumble strips along the fog line. Okay. So that's the project that they're doing. Alrighty. Now, I see another orange sign up here. Does that mean there's more construction, or is that the end construction sign? We may only have 3 loads, but we may have some delays today to make it a longer day than what it normally would have been. See, now road work ahead again. What do we got? Oh, they're oil and chipping the side road. Never mind, that's not for us. Yep, that's an oil and chip project. Everybody's favorite road surface. Nobody likes that oil and chip, especially the motorcycles, but that's kind of what Pennsylvania likes to do, is oil and chip. Not these majors, but the less than major state routes. They like to oil and chip them, and it's not really a good surface. And then when the tar bleeds up through, and it makes it slippery, and the motorcycles are sliding all over the place. So nobody really likes that particular method of repaving a road. Alright, so we're here with the first one. We're unloading. We're the only one on the pad again. Bright sunshine right down here at the moment. It's hot. We've got a white wall here that the sun beats off of, which is great in the wintertime because it keeps this pad from freezing up during the day shift. The sun beats off this wall and kind of warms up the area where it's about 10-15 degrees warmer than the surrounding open areas. But in the summertime, it makes it blazing hot down here. The pump just kicked in on high speed, so I don't know what it's going to sound like. But we're unloading. I was able to get right on and get started. So this may be a short night tonight, unless things go sideways with construction, storms, or something down here. We'll see. But we'll talk to you later on once we start heading back north. Alright, as is usual, we are empty and we are rolling out. And looks like quite a cloud bank up there to the north. I don't know if we're going to run into any rain or not. I just heard from my wife that it was raining up there in Tamaqua, and I looked at my backyard weather station and we had a 1/4 inch. So something formed up that way and dumped a little bit of rain. But down here, as you can see, it's still a pretty nice afternoon. Temperature is probably about 80 degrees. Right now, the truck says it's 89. Of course, we were sitting there and it picks up the engine heat, so it won't read true until we start rolling a little bit. Yeah, there's quite a cloud bank up there to the north. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the extent of our storms tonight or if we're going to get more later on. Have to take a better peek at it once we get out on the 100. Now, let's see which way I want to go out of here. Of course, I have to go to the right because the signs say no left turn, and got a big old curb there right in front of us. So, I'm wait for Cowan. And now we can go. Nothing coming to our right. Looks like we'll be able to make a left turn. It's only 1:30. When you get to 3 o'clock, then it's kind of hard to make the left turn here, and it's better to go to the right. Of course, now he's going to kind of block my view of what's coming from my right, which is not his fault, just the way the nature of the intersection is laid out. But there is nothing coming from my left. I can't see the right just yet. Nothing coming from the right. We're good. I figured we would be. So, like I said, 1:30, we're heading up for the second one. Of interest, after I did my clip down there, I noticed that the silo lights went out when I was unloading, which means that they are pretty much full. And it's a little unusual that they would be full and the lights would go out when there's only one truck there. That usually happens when there's an abundance of trucks. So I don't know what that's going to mean for my next load. We'll have to see. We're going to go up and get it and come back down and see if we're going to have a delay or if we're going to be able to get on and get unloaded right away again like we did before. Alright, out here on 100 you get a better look at these storm clouds to the north. They're coming from a more traditional direction now, west and northwest, than they were the other day. So looks a little bit stormy up there, so I don't know, we may run into rain before we get to where the well is. But as for right now, it's still kind of broken clouds, some blue skies, and some sunshine, even though right now we're in the shade from one of the clouds, but it's still partly sunny and dry down here. Alright, so everybody's out here now, the landowners, the well owner, and so I can't do any outside footage, so I'd do a little bit in here. And it just started raining some big fat drops. I don't think we're going to get a downpour, but if you listen, you can hear them tinking on the roof. It's not hail, but it's starting to rain a little bit, so time to put the baseball cap on because I hate spots on my glasses. So we'll talk to you later. We're going to go outside and maybe talk with them a little bit and get this thing loaded and head on down with the second one. All right, so we are rolling with the second one, and it started raining, as I said to you when I was talking to you inside the truck. I didn't think it was going to start raining this hard, so but I put the ball cap on. I figured if I'm going to put the ball cap on, I'll give you a little bit of hat cam footage. Now, I'm not a fan of wearing ball caps, but I don't like spots on my glasses, so when it rains, we wear a ball cap. There's no lightning or thunder, it's just kind of a rain shower. So let's see if it persists all the way down to Allentown, or if we get out of it here once we get off the mountain. Sometimes these rain showers and storms like to ride right along this blue mountain, and the valley just north of this mountain seems to get walloped a lot, as you saw in the previous video with the hailstorm. That's an area that usually gets hit the hardest whenever we get thunderstorms. So well, we're crawling our way down the lane here, down to 309, make the right turn, and this time you'll be able to see, and I've showed it to you before, but you'll be able to see how hard it is to see if traffic's coming over that little hill. Sometimes we end up pulling out in front of somebody, because once we get a quarter of the way out, there's no backing out of it then. You just kind of got to continue on. So I don't know if we're going to get any major storms today. This may be the extent of it. It may just be some rain showers here and there, but that was the forecast, was showers and possibly a thunderstorm. So I don't think it anywhere near as volatile as what it was on Tuesday. That was a day that was ripe for some severe storms, and in fact there was actually a tornado over in Monroe County by Bangor, which is in the Slate Belt, Bangor Penargil area. So it did get pretty nasty in some places. We had the hail, but at least we didn't have the tornado. Now, let's hope nobody wants to come in here. As I told you, we gotta swing it wide left to clear that guardrail over there. And now we gotta just hope. We wait a little bit, don't see anything coming up over that hill, and we get going. Nothing's coming yet, so we had a good clean shot. Yeah, I got a feeling that by the time we get up the top or over the other side, this rain probably gonna stop. There's one coming now. This is one of the nicer stretches of road through here. I don't record it very often. Come down here, wind around a little bit through the hills, along the creek, and for some reason I just really don't record it very often, but it's one of the nicer stretches, even in the winter time. See, there's the creek right there, the Jordan Creek, and you kind of wind around through here. KOA campground is off to our right. You can't see it, but it's up there in the woods somewhere. I've never been there, but the sign, of course, is down here. And just before you go up the hill, if you made a right, that would take you back to the campground. But yeah, I generally don't do a whole lot of footage through here for some reason. See, the sun's out now. Like I said, it probably only raining on that side of the mountain. They smell the honeysuckle. There's a lot of honeysuckle in through here too, and right now it's in bloom and it has a pretty nice sweet smell. The only thing better is orange blossoms out in Arizona. This hill will eat me up a little bit and hit the bottom at 60 miles an hour, and we'll be doing about 35 by the time we get up to the top. It's a short and sweet one. If you don't get a little bit of a run for it, you're going to crawl up it. I think we're down to 48 already. 46. I said 35, 36. That was as slow as we got. Now we're starting to pick it back up again. And once you climb up this hill, then you're out in some open farmland. So .2:39 p.m. More than halfway down there with the second one. See what we get when we get there. Like I said, the lights are out. I started my pump and shut the lights out for the silos, which meant they were full. So we'll see. If I'm the only one there, I might be able to unload right away. But if there's a couple trucks there, then I'm probably going to have to wait for them to unload before I can get to unload mine. So we will see. Right, what do we got here? We got a mess. What's Werner doing there? What is Werner trying to do there? I don't think I can spin this here. I can try it, but I don't think so. Werner trying to blindside there. This is gonna be fun. They're gonna try it, but I don't think so. I mean, we'll be able to, I just have to back up, because that's all the turning radius I've got. I might have to back up one more time. Let's see, will we clear those rocks? Yeah, we'll clear those rocks. Alright, so yeah, with a better truck, I mean, I shouldn't say with a better truck. This is a good truck. But with one that actually turns, I would have done better. Now I just gotta watch the fence here. I don't want to pick it off. There we go. And we'll take this first pad here, which is actually pad number 4. Well, now Werner's in too, but so I can do the flip there. I just have to back it up once and reposition. All right, we're here and we're gonna get unloaded, I hope. All right, so we're able to unload 2 at a time now. So whatever was going on in that first load is fixed, and they're running more spring water or whatever the case may be. But now we got 2 of us unloading at the same time, so things are gonna go a little quicker the rest of the night. That's a good thing. So 15 minutes, we should be out of here rolling up there for the 3rd one. Well, it's looking a bit stormy to the north and northwest of us, so I got a feeling that we're going to be getting wet when we get up there to load that third one. Sun's still shining here, but yeah, it doesn't look good up there to the northwest. We're headed just about due north, maybe a little bit west of due north, so yeah, it's raining over there. I can see the rain shaft coming down. So yeah, we're gonna get a little wet, I believe. Maybe we can sneak it that we drive through the rain going up there, and by the time we get to the well it stops raining, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one. So alright, well, we got ourselves a little bit of traffic here. It is 3:30 p.m. and a lot of these places are leaving out for the day, so the traffic heavy. That's why I came the way I came. So but we're gonna sit through a couple lights here, and then we'll get moving, and we'll head on up there to get that third one. Alright, well, we ran into the rain. We're climbing the Blue Mountain northbound, empty, heading to get that third load. I knew somewhere along the line we would get into it, and here it is. And the water is running off the mountainside there. You can see it to the right of the fog line. And the sewers are all jammed up from the last rain we had, so anywhere there's a sewer, the water is getting diverted out into the lane. So, but now it just slowed down a little bit, but maybe it'll stop by the time we get to the well loading location, or at least slow down enough that we don't get soaked. Yep, here it is. Alright, so we're here, we're loading the third one. What I had hoped for happened was we drove through the heaviest of the rain and got here and it stopped, and now you can see over my shoulder that it's starting to clear out. So maybe we're done with the rain for the rest of the night, unless we get it down there in Fogelsville. But things went good down there, things went good coming up. Drove through a little bit of rain, got here, it stopped raining, so now we're loading up. You can see it's getting bright over my shoulder, so it's starting to clear out a little bit. So I don't know if we'll run into anything going back southbound or not, but we're about halfway done, and I gotta call my neighbor. He was trying to call me when I was recording, and I had to scratch that one and start over again. So as soon as I'm done talking to you, I call my neighbor and see what he wanted. But anyway, we'll get this one buttoned up when we're done and head on down there and see what happens. And we just topped the Blue Mountain coming down the other side behind Mr. Ego here. Now he's empty and he rolled pretty good all the way up here. Let's hope he does a decent job going down the hill and doesn't get scared. It's not that bad of a hill really, unless you got a heavy load on. But we got our 3 loads done. I talked to you there while we were loading up the last one, and went down and delivered it, and now we're on our way back. There wasn't much to talk about going down that way that we hadn't talked about earlier in the day. It was just same old at that point. And, I was going to talk to you down there at the plant, but the wife called and kind of derailed my thought, plus that kind of shut the recording down, so I would have had to start over again. So I just decided to wait until I started heading back north. So we're coming down the Blue here. It looks like there's gonna be a little bit of fog in places tonight. Look at this right here, coming down into a little mini cloud that's stuck on the mountainside from all the rain that we had today. Up this way. Basically, there was no rain on the other side of the Blue. All the way down to Allentown, it was dry all day long. All the rain was from the Blue Mountain on north. We got 0.6 of an inch of rain up in my backyard, so over a half an inch. I don't think any of them were any kind of lightning storms, but just a good few hour soaker. But it was enough to knock my grandson's baseball game out. They had 4 innings in and they postponed it. Gonna finish it up on Saturday now because tomorrow's supposed to be rainy. But our 3 loads are done. They're coming up here. We're gonna fuel tonight. It's only 6 o'clock. So we're only 6 hours in and we're just about done. So we're gonna get our fuel tonight and we don't have to worry about it tomorrow morning in case we have a long day. And then we'll go back to the yard and do a post-trip and finish up our paperwork and head on home. And I'll probably get these at least downloaded to the computer. And tomorrow morning I'll work on them before I come off to work. So that's pretty much the agenda the rest of the night. So we'll talk to you when we get back to the yard. Well, we're back at the shop. We did our paperwork, walked around the truck, checked the lights, checked the tires, and we shuttered down and we are ready to go home. Short day, but it felt like a long day. The trip coming back up just kind of was aggravating. I was doing a segment down there at the Fogelsville plant, one of my video segments, but I used my cell phone to do these selfies, and right in the middle of it, the wife called. Now, she doesn't know what I'm doing, but whenever I get a phone call, it shuts the camera down because it feels the phone call is more important. So, and that's what happened when I was at the barn and my neighbor called me. So twice today, while I was doing a video segment, I got a phone call and it shut the video camera off and defaulted to the phone call. So got a little aggravated there towards the end of the day, but we're okay now, and we're going to button it all up, go turn the paperwork in, and head on home. So we'll talk to you in the next one. I don't know if we're going to do one again tomorrow or if we're going to wait till next week to do one.